Alright, the next story quest, and probably my last video of the night, is going to be a City of Stairs, given to us by Wuk Lamat, level 90. We are right outside the gate to Zorgor the Boundless. So like to the north with the Fatherland, I think they called it. The Zaktural Skygate. Anyway, here we go. We'll head west next, towards the Arc of the Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the way. You have dirigibles too. Toliyollal certainly doesn't want for methods of travel, says Crow. We get by. Now, if you've seen enough of this area, let me know and we'll continue on. I've seen enough. The Arc of the Dawn is on the Arch of the Dawn is on the other side of the city. So speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. Once again, the ladies are accompanying me, and we'll have some dialogue boxes probably here and there. We can sprint to the first mandatory stop. We'll see if this quest gets us Ethernet shards on the western portion of this city. We have our first mandatory stop, heading southeast. Kryl is who we talk to in this stop. I'm still struggling to conceive of how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. This was originally the site of the Yakhoi Temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Zaktural to appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean trench. After the Yakhoi withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries, so when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Tyrol. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through the Resplendent Quarter, the biggest residential district in Toliyollal. We climb these sets of stairs here, all the way up. Alright, we'll do that. I'm gonna save my sprint for right after this optional dialogue, although it probably didn't matter. In fact, the sprint probably would have come back up after I was done talking to the ladies, but we go up to about as high as it gets here. Actually, I think this might, aside from, like, there's a royal palace to the northwest. The Winged Walk, Pinion's Reach, Volok, Shunsa. But beautiful, kind of like, feels like a, if you ever seen like the samurai headwear from, I hope that it's historically accurate, but like kind of a somewhat curved, but still with some little, yeah, I don't know how to describe things. It's a beautiful palace made of stone and various formations, almost kind of like a, it almost kind of looks like one of those aliens that you try to thwart in the, I think it's called Defenders, like one of the first video games where you have this craft at the bottom of the screen that you're moving back left and right, and you're shooting upwards to block invasion? I don't know. Anyway, enough of my crappy ability to describe shit, and Wuk Lamat we'll talk to in this optional dialogue. Discuss the palace. Papa's palace is called Volok Shunsa, which roughly translates to Invincible Resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later. Let's move on for now. And Kryl. Discuss the palace. The sheer scale of this place is incredible. I wonder what the carving at the top represents. Again, to me it looked kind of like what you would see in TV and movies for what samurai would wear. And it is hard to describe for me as a person who apparently is bad at it and wishes he weren't. We have a mandatory stop. Speak with Kryl again. So, this resplendent quarter, what manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from all of Yogg-Toroil clans, Mamuljar, Ixbaral, Palu Palu, Moblin, Hanu Hanu. We also have Tanawawata, Hetsaro, and Shetona, who moved south from the ancestral lands in Yogg-Toroil. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every corner of Toroil. A true representation of Toliyollal's diverse character. The adornments on each building contribute to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's also beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Come, we continue down the stairs. I should not have continued. Anyway, we get another Ethernet shard. Some of that is my fault. Some of that is just Square Enix throwing in a bunch of freaking syllables together, and I mean that is what words are technically, but they could have chosen easier. Anyway, I don't care, whatever. Optional dialogue with Wuk Lamat. Discuss the huge drum. Where? I see a gong. Wait, is that a drum? Could be a big drum, I suppose. From this vantage point in 2 dimensions that we can, the only 2 dimensions we can see, it kind of looks like a gong, but you know, it's kind of like right by the water. Wait, which direction am I facing? No, it's not. I guess it's, I see water beyond it, but I think that's just way beyond it. Anyway, that big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. They play it for formal occasions, like when honoring the land's gods returned from a dangerous duty. Cry. Oh wait. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin. Earned me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. And Kryl, about the drum. I've never seen such an enormous drum. What would one even use to beat such an instrument? Not an axe, apparently. And then we head northeast, around this building, hopefully. Missed where I was supposed to turn. Jump down a level, which is certainly not what we were meant to do, but maybe it's quicker. I don't know. And mandatory dialogue, Wuk Lamat. And here are dirigibles. Not bad, eh? I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Toliyollal. We have them for the exact same reasons as the Aetherites. Koana brought back the plans from Sharlayan, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. But that's enough about dirigibles. The Arch of the Dawn awaits. South. We have an optional dialogue again. I'm heading south with a bit of an eastward, as I call it, tint. Lilt? Lilt might be a good word to use in that case. Angle? Angle is the boring way, but also somewhat correct. Optional dialogue, up some stairs, heading back north. Oh, wait, huge drum. Okay, we already did that. Never mind. We have another mandatory spot for dialogue. Didn't know that would be the same one. Wuk Lamat. Cutscene. We have an open archway, I guess, but it's square shaped, rectangular shaped. This is it, the Arch of the Dawn. When the Giants were still here, it was known as the Yogg-Toroil Landgate, but when Papa founded Toliyollal, everyone began using its present name in honor of his great achievement. Through this gate is Koza Mauka, Kozamauka, the wetlands south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Kozamauka. The name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? She looks at... They look like llamas. Alpacas, actually. Ah, those are alpacas. Fearsome four-legged fiends. They're in a pen, all fluffy and white. Fearsome? They seemed quite placid to me. You'll learn soon enough, Crow. You'll learn soon enough. She like shakes her head a little bit and downcast eyes, as if bad memories. But forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. She goes running off. We tilt our heads at each other, and we follow. Cutscene over. I had a chance to visit Alpaca World in South Korea, but my chance was thwarted by my traveling companion. So we'll speak to Wuk Lamat to finish this quest. If you wish to learn the history of Toliyollal, then look no further. Those stone pillars, you mean? A city of stairs is complete. We are indeed on a pathway with stone pillars on either side. Quest is over. I'll see you next time.